Everyone thinks that the global pandemic is hard to be protected from, and wearing masks using antiseptic solutions daily is frustrating. But have you ever thought about how terrible those precautions are for the people who already have the fear of contamination and disease? I think it would be beneficial if you know why people have to take this serious, why you need to save yourselves from OCD by getting professional aid before this disorder gets severe, and how other people should treat with personalized OCD. And to answer all of those questions, I think it's important to refer to the person who has OCD, like me. I have been suffering from OCD about 2 years, and I was getting professional help until the coronavirus emerged, because pandemic demolished every accomplishment that I have achieved and left me believe that I am the only one who was doing the right thing in this whole time. Otherwise, why would everybody now follow the path that I have been following for years? And of course, it is just an excuse for my disorder that I make myself believe in. And I want to tell you the examples how this disorder precludes my life and my personal relationship with others. And as a first example, I would like to refer to the university's testing center. In every step to get tested, which is opening the door, showing the barcode, getting the sticker, putting the swab, scanning the university ID, and leaving through the exit door, I get an urge to rub my hands with an alcohol, and otherwise it triggers my anxiety, and that means I use medical alcohol 6 or 7 times within just 5 minutes. Another example to show you how OCD can be dangerous. It was an ordinary day that I just wanted to cook something for dinner, and I put a generous amount of alcohol in my hands, but I rushed to light the gas with the lighter, and you know what happens when flame and alcohol coincide, and I burned my hands from fingertips to wrist unconsciously. Why do people have to be careful about how they approach to someone with OCD? I have plenty of examples to show you how OCD ruins my communication. First of all, most of the people have bias that the person who has OCD just wants to show that he's more clean than others, and ignore the fact that this is the lifestyle that we have no choice but are obliged to live. For example, when I was in the bank and the man who handed over his keyboard to me multiple times to fill in some data, and after each time I disinfected my hands, and at the end he told me, "Don't worry, this is the last time you have to touch to my keyboard." And he was offended and I was upset because he got me wrong and I didn't mean to hurt his feelings. At this time, people should acknowledge the situation and avoid making implicit comments. Also, it's necessary to make constructive judgment instead condemning or making fun. And everybody should know that recommending to stop it or "do not worry, you're not going to be infected from door handles" are just in vain. Because when someone gives me advice like that, I just wait them to leave and disinfect the doorbells behind them. Another important thing is the approach of healthcare workers to people with OCD, because they are the number one people that we can trust, but when they also neglect hygiene, they left us vulnerable. I remember that time when I went to pharmacy to buy masks, and I told that woman to hold masks from their edges, and then she started to count masks by putting them on her keyboard. I was disappointed and didn't want to utter my complaints. I left the pharmacy and threw the masks into garbage, then just disinfected my hands and came to home. All of these are the examples from my personal life to show you why everyone needs to take the OCD serious and be subtle when want to approach and help.